Hi there, friends. It looks like I'm live, but there's always that lovely, fantastic delay. So I am just going to wait for YouTube to catch up with me. I might have to refresh here and there. I do also need to put it up on my phone so I can see your comments when I flip around. So let me, oh, I'm already there. Perfect. All right. It is taking its sweet time here to connect. Let's see. Maybe I need to refresh. Oh, there we go. I just need to do a little refresh. Perfect. All right. I will do the same on my phone. There we go. Yay. It's all working. That took me a minute, but that's okay. I feel like this kind of new way of streaming is a little bit, takes a little bit more time. That's okay. All right, I just want to say hi to everybody in the comments really quickly. Hi, Nikki and Cheryl and Melissa and Louise. It's so good to see you guys. Ouch. Hello, Leanne and Marcy and Rachel, Kirsten and Marianne. Okay, lots of friends joining me. Hi, friends. I'm so excited you're here. Hi, Brianne. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Wendy. Oh, thank you. I totally copied another friend of mine. My friend Chris Dayton wore a similar shirt to a crafting retreat we went on, and I had to have one, so I found it on Etsy. But I do love this shirt, so thank you. You can find them on Etsy if you're looking for one. Hi, Sandy. How are you, friend? Thanks, friends. All right, so soon enough, pretty quick here, I'm going to flip my camera around and I'm going to get going on my card. But let's chat a little bit about what I'm using. So there's the postage collage trend. It's huge. I've never had a chance to do it. I've always thought the cards were so beautiful, but busy with other things. So today I am going to make my first little foray into the postage collage world. Waffle Flower graciously asked me to join in with their February release. So I am going to feature the 2 postage collage stencil sets from that release. So these are brand new, just released yesterday. They are called Postage Collage Butterfly and Postage Collage Spring Breeze. We're going to ink blend them both. I'll probably only end up creating one card live because it's already going to take me a bit to do all of the ink blending. I'll create its partner afterwards, get it photographed, so then you can see the additional card when I post it to Instagram and all of that. So, hi guys, thank you. I'm so glad you like my shirt. I appreciate that. Cheryl is saying I will be hooked. I think that you are probably correct on that because already it seems super fun. So I'm actually really excited to try it out. And I agree, Avra, Waffle Flower's new release is super fun. When Nina emailed me and asked me to join and showed me a little look at it, I was like, flowers and butterflies? Yes, I will join. Thank you very much. So that is what we're going to do today. I'll probably go a little bit over an hour because I am going to blend 2 panels. I want to try both of the stencils. So I am excited to try them out. Other than that, I have some other elements from the release that we'll use as well. I've done a little pre-die cutting. We'll have to do a little bit of stamping together, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I think that is everything I have. So how about we get this party started? Give me a second while I switch over to my other camera and we'll get going. All right, it is on the other camera. It always takes a minute to catch up, but I will just start showing off the fun things on my desk. So I have this postage collage die and then the block stencil. I have this cute little stamp set. I don't know that I am going to feature it today, but we will see. So then, of course, I have the two stencils. One's a 3-piecer, one's a 5. So the 5-piecer is going to take us a little bit longer to ink blend. I have these fun little, you punch them out. They're little strip sentiments. So I figured that would make sentiments go a little bit quicker today. And then we also have these overlapping hugs additions, which actually I think will work really well with some of these as well. So we're probably going to put these in action. I have already die cut these pieces out. I have a feeling we're probably going to ink blend the butterfly as well. So even more ink blending. Oh, hi friends. Oh, hi Heather. Heather is in the house. So excited that she's here chatting with us in the comments. The butterfly blossom die, all we're really using from that is I have pre-cut some of those little butterfly middles. We'll definitely be featuring those. And then because I already had this word friend done, I might grab it and use it on a card. Not completely sure, but I have it available. So we are not going to feature these elements. These other cards I will create, or these other products I'll create a card later and probably just put it up on my Instagram. And then yesterday, I shared a card using the new Crocus Flutter. I've already put it in a envelope, but here's just a look at that. How cute is this? So I didn't get everything from the release, but I got quite a bit, and I got my favorite things basically. So we're going to use a little bit, well, actually quite a few elements of it, just not absolutely everything. All right, I'm going to stick these on top because I will eventually probably reach for them. Same with these guys, but let's go ahead and take a look at the postage elements. So I have a pre-cut postage panel and then just a standard A2 panel. I noticed on the Postage Collage butterfly, there's actually like a little outline for the images. So I feel like I'm going to use that one to ink blend those. And then this one just has the outline etched for an A2 panel. So we'll kind of see how these work together. I am still learning. So this is my first time using the Postage Collage stuff. So I am kind of learning as I go here. One thing that I always do when I'm learning as I go is I stick with something. I try to make something comfortable. So I have chosen colors that are my go-to colors. I have chosen shades of pinks, yellows, and turquoises. And so by sticking with those colors, it allows me to learn about these products that are new to me. All right, I'm going to jump on. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. I think somebody asked me what a Waffle Flower is. So Waffle Flower Crafts is the name of the company that manufactures and sells these products. All right, and I'm so happy to see you here, Heather. Okay, doing all of that like intro, I kind of got a little bit behind on comments, but I think now we're good and caught up. So something that I wanted to showcase, if you've never used these before, that's really cool, is they give you information about how to use the stencil right on the stencil. So it tells you 1 out of 3. So you know that there's 3 stencils and these are the order that they suggest. And then on this one particularly, this is the Postage Collage Butterfly. It tells you light, medium, and dark. So it's actually telling you what colors to feature on each layer, which I think is just kind of genius. So we're going to grab stencil 1, and I am going to align it with the basically the windows. So there's like little etch lines for each of the window openings, and I'm going to align it with that. So I'm going to take my time to get that nice and aligned. Their packaging is top notch, Nikki. I agree. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm doing a good job of aligning this. Okay, that is probably close enough. And Michelle said that postage themed stamping was a trend many years ago. Yeah, I've been stamping for a while, probably not that long. And it's like fashion. Everything that, what goes around comes around, basically. If you walk through Target or any store right now, all of the fashion from my high school and early college days in the 90s has all come back around. So trends are definitely cyclical, and they definitely make their way back around for sure. I know everything in this release is so pretty, Mercedes. I agree. And I agree with Heather. They have been releasing some really fantastic products these days. I did forget to grab my inkstand, so give me 1 second to grab those really quickly. I'm going to move the dies and such out of my way for a moment so I have a little room to give myself some inkstands. I don't think I need all 3 yet, but might as well set them up, right? Okay, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I kind of want the butterflies to be different colors. Although I know they're stacking on top of each other, so they can't be, each butterfly can't be, uh, one butterfly can't be multiple colors, but I feel like I want each little window to be a different color. So I might have to do a little masking here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab the 3 colors that I'm starting with. I'm doing a pink, a light pink, a light yellow, and a light turquoise. Michelle is saying that card making is so much easier now. These kids don't know what we've been through. Hey, Michelle, I do remember when it was stamping only. You had to, if you wanted to cut it out, you had to fussy cut it. You had to color it. There was no such thing as a stamping platform. So I mean, I was around back then. For a while, we only had wood block stamps. So I'm not a spring chicken by any means. So I do get it. Okay. Let me grab a little bit of tape here. Oh, that kind of stuck together. Okay, I am going to do some masking because of course I am going to do multicolors. So I think here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go pink, yellow, blue, pink. Oh, we can't do yellow both. Pink, yellow, blue. Yellow, pink, blue. Yeah. Okay. So pink, yellow, blue, yellow. Okay, so pink is going to be middle, these 2. All right, had to wrap my brain around that. So I need to mask that. And I need to mask here. And I need to mask here. And maybe a little bit here. Okay. Let's grab that. You know what? I should maybe, to be safe, also mask a little bit right here. If you guys haven't checked out Heather's Instagram post today, you should. It's so sweet. It's giving you a little bit of information about her sweet mama and how she influenced her journey to card making. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. Heather's Instagram is House is Built of Cards, and it's a very sweet post. So it's definitely one worth reading. Okay, all of that masking and work for the quickest little bit of ink blending. Isn't that always the case? But I can put these all aside and use them again. All right, so we're going to have, so these 2. Oh no, that's yellow and that's yellow. So these will be blue. Okay. So let's do that. There. Now I'm confusing myself. Yellow, yellow. There we go. Perfect. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, friend. All right, that feels like it has a lot of yellow ink in it already, so I'm just going to buff some out really quickly. All right. Fun fact, I did not really enjoy, ooh, I should protect that little guy too, just in case. I did not really enjoy stamping until stamping platforms came out. I was not very good at stamping. I'm a light stamper, just in general, still am to this day. And so more often than not, I just messed stamping up. So I am more than thankful for the amazing tools we have at our disposal nowadays. Oh, Sandy, I agree. The wood block phase, man, it was not good for my soul. It was not good for my crafty soul. Most of the time I was just angry. Okay, so final color on this panel is going to be blue or turquoise, I guess. Let's do that and that. Perfection. All right, these two colors can go away. Let's grab, I'm using Waterfall. These are good brushes. I agree. Okay. All right. There's that. And one final cute little butterfly here. Let's see. I know Ileana changed my life too. Yes, Heather, wood block stamps took up so much room. So much room. They're so pretty though, but they did definitely take up a whole lot of space. Okay, so we have stencil 1 done. I am thankful that there's only 3 stencils in this since I decided to be typical Leah and make it a little, you know, as complicated as possible. I couldn't just pick one color. That's not unusual. Okay, now let's move on to stencil 2. So this is the medium color. And essentially, I'm just going to find that area where it lines up. Might take me a minute here. I think I found the sweet spot right there. So now I actually don't think I'm going to need to mask. I will just grab my smaller brushes and I will just apply the ink a little bit with my smaller brushes, and that will just make this 1,000 times easier. So I need peony, I need sweet mustard, and I need turquoise. And I think the turquoise is going to need a little cleaning here. Oh, all these people talking about mamas. I know. I sending all my love to those of my crafty friends who've already lost their moms. It's one of those things that I, at this point in my life, can't imagine. I still have my mama. She is living the best. She's living her best life. She got to retire in November. She is currently down in Arizona golfing every day, sitting by the pool, going to the hot tub. So I am so thrilled for her and the ability to be able to do that. She'll come back to Montana in the summer months when it's not so cold. And I'm just so thrilled for her. Okay, cleaned that up. Let's do our second layer here. Go in and add some details to these beautiful butterflies. Now that I'm thinking about it, this one is only 3 stencils, but because I did all of the masking, I think that this panel is going to take longer than the 5-piece stencil that we're going to blend after this one. That's okay. All right. So I just went up 1 shade of pink on this one. If you wanted to be more subtle, you could always just blend that same color into these layers, but I thought the additional, a little bit shade darker would be great. Okay, peony is complete. Let's move on to sweet mustard for the yellow details here. I almost grabbed marigold, but I think sweet mustard will be good. It's actually 2 shades deeper than the original tone on there, so. Oh, thanks, Louise. I do. My mom is one of the best. She is, once we build our home, because she's only going to be in Montana for a part of the year, she's actually going to live with us in our new home that we're building. Oh, almost forgot that guy. So I definitely want to take advantage of having my mom around for as long as I possibly can. Okay, that is so much better. Okay, on to the turquoise layer. That one might have gotten a little off, but that's okay. It is handmade, not Hallmark, right? So maybe if once I put a little butterfly center over it or something, it won't notice. Won't notice. This is my first time using the Postage products, Holly, but these butterflies are certainly adorable. So I agree. I think you might need the butterflies. Oh, I should mention, I put just a general link to the supplies currently in my video description. I put a link to the new release, and then I put a link to the Postage Collage products. I will add a more specific link list afterwards. I just wasn't completely sure what exactly I was going to use today, so that felt easier. Well, how cute are those? Oh my goodness. These are adorable. Okay, we have one final layer left, and it is the third set of details, and then it is like the little what are those called? The like the like, goodness, if I could spit it out. The like little centerpieces of the butterflies. Sandy says, send it to a non-crafty friend who won't notice. That's always our thing. When we all get together and craft and we make a mistake, that's our little theme. It's like, we'll just send it to a non-crafty friend. They'll never know. They'll never know. Okay, I have to look at this because, as I mentioned, I cut out a bunch of these little centers because I thought that would be really cute to add them on. But I don't think I have one shaped like that. Let me look and see. I don't think that there was one, but I could be wrong. So let me just verify. There isn't. So I'm going to probably have to at least color in that guy. And these little middles, well, there are these little small guys in here. Those ones might work. Oh yeah. So I'll probably still have to color this one in. That might be where I strategically throw a sentiment. I'm not sure because I don't have one that shape. That's okay. We will figure it out. Let's go ahead though and grab the next shade up and get the rest of those details added in. Something clicked weirdly on my, there we go. All right. Put a little piece of tape over this guy for now. I feel like I'm probably going to need to color it in. And you know what else I thought? I could color it in like lemon whip and add glitter over the top of it, and it might look close enough. So that, I might try that. And if it doesn't look right, I'll just throw a sentiment over top. Okay, these guys I'm going to just go ahead and blend them in the next color, but I'm likely to put a little element over the top. Okay. Oh, Nikki, that's awesome. I love my mother-in-law to bits as well. She is the best. I definitely don't have one of those. I know that there are a lot of people that aren't so lucky to have a great relationship with their in-laws, but I love mine just as if they were my own parents. Okay. I am not going to color in the centers, and so that guy doesn't have any details. So we'll just leave that one blank. And then these guys got a few details. I am trying to avoid the little centers. I don't want any ink to pink out underneath them, but if a little bit gets in there, it's not a huge deal. And then this guy also has some details. Okay, so finally, I am going to wipe this down a little bit. And then on this guy, let's grab Lemon Whip. Let's go back to Lemon Whip. I'm going to try this and see if it works. I don't know if it will. But let's put this guy in Lemon Whip. And if I add a little glitter, it might look like ivory glitter cardstock. I don't know for sure. Okay. Perfect. Hi, babe. Your mom is pretty cool. Josh Lawson is my husband, for anybody wondering. Hi, Kathy. So glad you're here. It's kind of yellow. We'll see how it goes. I think in the end, I'm probably going to end up putting if I could speak, that would be great. The sentiment over top of that. Okay, you'll notice none of, some of the ink kind of got in the little centers, but I'm going to put die cut centers over the top of those. And let's go on to the second panel. We'll do a little bit of cleanup here. I think we have to go back to, well, not sure yet. I'm actually going to take all of the colors off and we're just going to do a reset. So we'll set this aside for now. We are going to grab just the standard A2 panel that's not pre-die cut. Oh my goodness, babe. You're funny. Hi, Julie. I am not doing the winter event, so I bet you it'll be a lot of fun, though. Lots of fun. They have such fun products. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This one's called Spring Breeze. So this is a 5-piecer that we have here. And so for these ones, they tell you what they are. So you've got stencil 1 is upper wings. Stencil 2 is lower wings, pardon me. Stencil 3 is the flower layer. Stencil 4 is the greenery. And then stencil 5 is the centers, which also looks like it's both butterfly and flower centers. So this one doesn't have the little opening etch marks. It just has a complete etched guideline around it, which is the exact size of an A2 panel. So let's go ahead and get it lined up. Hopefully I cut my cardstock fairly straight. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, different drinks, Amy, different drinks. Okay, so we have upper wings and then we're going to have lower wings. So I think what we're going to do for the upper and lower wings is I think all of the butterflies are going to be pink. because I think I'm going to do the flowers yellow, the greenery in turquoises. Yes, right, Louise? It is a lot of stencils, but I think it's going to be fantastic. So we're going to do the lightest shade of pink, and I'm going to grab my bigger brushes because that will make this go so much quicker. I'm curious to see how this one comes out too, Louise. I don't feel like I've seen an example for it yet, so I feel like I'm flying a little bit blind. There probably are some, I just have missed them. But I think it's going to be really cool. I'm not completely sure how it lines up with the Postage Collage die, but I'm going to trust the process. I believe it does because it has Postage Collage in the title. So my theory is it does, and I will figure it out once it's done. Okay, I'm going to come in with my smaller brush and just add some more gradation here. I could also grab peony and add gradation that way too, but I think I'll stick with the same color and just blend it a little deeper at those centers and kind of let it hit off the side of the stencil or the stencil, because that kind of helps the ink pool as well. You know, Amy, I haven't checked out the video, so that probably would have been smart. This isn't unusual. I tend to trial by error tends to be a lot of what I do in my world here. It seems to work out most of the time. Sometimes Heather and I have this conversation. Sometimes you do have to just like rage rip up a piece because it didn't work out, but it does make you feel better once you do it, and then you can start over and refine your process, and it does end up better. Oh, there's like a little fuzzy in there. Let me get that. Ugh. Now it's stuck, of course. There we go. Got it. Okay. Stencil 1. Dunzor. Oh, that one kind of got a little stuff. Well, that might be where I add a sentiment on that one. Right? The rage ripping is real sometimes. Okay, stencil 2 is the lower wings. I almost said rings. Get that nice and lined up here. Okay, so let's go with peony. The brush might have a little begonia in it, but that's okay. I am not worried about that. That's okay by me. And we're going to start using a big brush, just get a lot of ink in there, and then I'll do the same thing as I did with the cherry blossom. I'll grab a smaller brush and add a little bit more detail. Oh, thanks, Louise. That's really kind of you. Appreciate that. Okay. I need to find, there's the correct brush. Add a little bit of detail, I don't know if it would be shadowing or just gradation. Probably just gradation. Exactly, Louise. Sentiment is your boo-boo band-aid. It's a perfect word for it. Perfect term. All right, a couple more here. Got the blending a little deep on that guy, but that's okay. Maybe just a little more here. Okay, that looks pretty great. So we have, oh, look at how cute those are. A little less detail, but they are so cute. Okay, so stencil 3 is flowers. Oh yeah, this is going to be adorable. I see this coming. I still don't fully understand where it aligns with the Postage Collage die, but I think I will probably when all is said and done, right? Okay. Okay. those down. All right, we are going to start this guy in Lemon Whip, and then I'm going to come in with Marigold, actually, to add some gradation. But let's get all of the flowers colored in with yellow. Oh, absolutely, Wendy. Titles, embellishments. I think that they were, or not titles, but sentiments and embellishments. I think they were all created so you could cover up little imperfections and little mistakes. And I go back to my mantra, it's handmade, not Hallmark. So it's okay if it's not perfect. Well, Amy, the name of it is Postage Collage. Well, now I lost the packaging. Spring Breeze. So my assumption is it coordinates with the Postage Collage die somehow. So we're going to see. I'm intrigued too, Michael. Okay, we got a good amount of yellow on there. Let's grab marigolds and let's add some little bit of gradation. I'll probably just use a small brush for that. Okay. There's no rhyme or reason to the way I add gradation. I just kind of add it where it seems like it works. You know what, Kathy? And if I can't figure out how it works with the Postage Collage thing, I might just keep it a background. That might be a great option. I do want to try to figure it out, but if I can't, or if I'm not loving it, I might just keep it a background. You never know. That's always a great option as well. Thank you. I'm glad you're liking me blending as well. Oh, goodness. All right, I think we're about done with the yellow details. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leanne. That's really kind. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Well, that's it. I mean, that is a lot of background. It's a lot of background. Okay, so we are on to stencil 4, which is the greenery. Yeah, this is quite a background. I am still not completely sure how it goes with the postage thing. I'm going to figure it out though. If anything though, even if I can't figure it out, it is a great looking background. Okay, so let's start with waterfall. And we're going to get waterfall in the whole thing, and then I'll come back in with turquoise and just add a little bit of gradation. Thanks, Kristen. Or sorry, that's Kirsten, not Kristen. I read it wrong. Thank you, Louise. Thank you, Roberta. I think I got the stencil off a tiny, tiny bit. That's okay. It'll just overlap a little bit more in the flowers than I expected. Okay. Get a good bit of that in there. So then let's switch over to turquoise. I buff out. It has a little bit of paradise in there, so I'm just going to buff it clean real quick. Thanks, Holly. I'm a little bit in the same boat, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Add just a tiny bit of gradation here and there. Let's see. There. That's actually really true, Mercedes. You can have the background, you can just slap a sentiment on it, maybe a couple of embellishments, and you have a quick and easy card. Well, I mean, 5 stencils, maybe not super quick and easy. It does take a little bit to blend in 5 stencils, but if you didn't do as much gradation as I did, it probably would take less time. And also, I'm a little slower, which is okay. Okay. No matter what, that is an adorable background. I kind of just want to leave it. That is so cute. Okay, so you have the final. Here is the final final layer. That did not line up very well. Let's try that one more time. So for this, once again, I am going to not use the butterfly centers because I'm going to use the ones I die cut. Hopefully I have enough. Thanks, Heather. I mean, it did turn out so fun. Like, whoa. Okay, I'm not going to do the butterfly centers. I'm just going to do the flower centers. I'm going to grab one of my little tiny brushes here so I can really get some of that marigold in there. But that background, man, I kind of don't want to use the postage die on it. I kind of want to just leave it as is. I might. Because that turned out so dang cool. That would be cute with transfer gel, then foil it with toner foil. That would be fun. I don't have any of that, but that would definitely be a really cool way to add some shine, add some sparkle and shine to it. That would be really awesome, actually. Did I get all of them? I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I may need to cut more. That's okay. I'm only going to fully assemble one card live today. So I'm not completely sure which card that is going to be exactly. So, okay. So no centers on the butterflies because I'm going to add them with some sparkly die cut pieces. But how cute is that? I honestly might keep this as is because it is so adorable. I might end up assembling the postage card live and then figuring this one out afterwards. But I did want to at least show how fun it is when all is said and done. And then let me grab my little pile of butterflies. So if you can just add the cute little die cut centers for some gives you added dimension. I might need to find a larger one for this guy. But I just think that these are so much fun. Look at how cute that is. Okay, one thing I do want to look at though is let's grab the postage die and let's see what it looks like over top of it. So I know that this is the top. And when you look at the postage die, that's what I'm gonna, yep, great minds, Heather. So I think it's this way. So I'm guessing you just kind of pick and choose where you want it to go, like that. And I mean, you could, and I think you can just really truly align it wherever. So, and as you can see, it cuts out the middle thing. So you'll have some stuff that kind of butts up over top. But I think, y'all, what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to leave this one a background as is. We'll turn this guy into a card today. I'll probably finish this one after the fact, but I don't think I'm going to use the postage collage die. I think I'm just going to use it as a background. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys think that it would be cool as a goodness, postage collage, or leave it as is. Who knows? Maybe I'll ink blend another one and do a third card and show you both. So I'm not going to do it all live. I don't want to take up your whole day. And I also do have some other things I need to work on as well. But that is so fun. So, I mean, you could really do it however you wanted. Oh, no, it really doesn't work that way, does it? It definitely has an intended way. Okay. Dana says go for the postage die. Leanna's saying as is. Susanna's saying, okay, we've got a good mix. All right, here's what I'm going to say, friends. I am not going to complete this card today. I'm going to complete this card in the next 10-15 minutes. I'm going to leave this one. I think I'm going to blend another panel in the same exact colors. And I'm going to use one with the postage die and one without. And we can do a fun comparison. I'll take a photo with all three. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to get to see this same background in both. So, but just be on the lookout for that on my Instagram feed. I also send out whenever, and I'll post it to my blog for sure as well. And whenever I do that, I always send out an email. So if you aren't signed up for my emails and you want to get all of my card inspiration direct to your inbox, go ahead and sign up. I think there's a link in the video description, but if not, there is a sign up on my website, which is lealawsoncreates.com. Oh yeah, dry embossing would work too. Okay. I love how this turned out. It's so cute. I just think it's whimsical and lovely, and I can't wait to glue down the little butterfly centers on it. So I will work on finishing those up in the next day or so and get them posted so you can see. But let's finish up what the intention of this video was to feature the postage, the kind of the whole suite. So let's finish up this guy and turn it into a card today. So I have that butterfly, which I think we need to ink blend it as well, because I think we're going to add it to this card just to give it a little bit something more. And now she needs to do 3. I'm not going to do 3. I'm just going to do 2. Let me grab this. I realize I'm not actually done ink blending yet. We are going to blend this beautiful butterfly. It has its own little stencil here. This is called Butterfly Focal. Oh, Mercedes is asking, where did I die cut the butterfly centers from? I die cut those from this Butterfly Blossom die set. It's this little guy right here. It cuts out 3 centers, 2 of the more like medium, and then 1 of the little teeny tiny guys. So that is where I got that. I'm excited to use this set in full for my next card, my next Waffle Flower card. Okay, so we have this. And let's see here. This guy, I think we're going to do a pink top and maybe a blue bottom. I'm not completely sure, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, thanks, Kathy. All right, let's see. I think this is such a fun concept too. You cut it out, you get all of those fantastic details in there. And then you can blend color in it. You could also just cut it from colored cardstock. That also would work perfectly. Okay. So there's that. I'm not sure if you can hear it. It is blustery and windy and cold here. I'm not sure how much you can hear through this new streaming software that I use, but it is quite a storm happening out there. Okay, so now we have the lower, what do they call it? These are even marked. I love these. They like mark everything. Oh, these ones aren't because they're pretty obvious, but like these ones are marked. It's so great. So now the question is yellow or blue? I'm trying to think of like where it's going to go on the card. I feel like, and I feel like there it is. Missed its little middle section. Yellow or blue? Yellow or blue? It's a good question here. I think because the middle, while ivory has a little bit of a yellow tone, I think I'm going to go with the blue on this one. So let's grab Waterfall. Louise is asking me if I like using the grip mat with stenciling, and yes, Louise, for me, it makes a world of difference when it comes to stenciling. I am a big fan of grip mats. Big fan. Okay, good. Well, good consensus. The blue, because I just went with it. Well, that's cute. Okay, so then we have shadow and highlight. So shadow is inner. There we go. You got to find it. It takes a minute. Go. Okay. I'm going to start with peony. Use my small little brush here. And I don't think I need to do any masking. I think we're good. A lot of blending today, isn't it? Hopefully you're not bored of seeing ink blending, or if you're crafting along with me ever, you may have to pause and take a break. This is a lot of blending, but I think it's going to turn out really fun. Okay, so there's peony. Let's grab turquoise and do the little bottom section here. Okay. All right. We've got one more layer because I am not going to blend the center. Kind of fun having this all on one stencil too. Okay, then we have highlights. Oh, those are fun. Great. And pretty much these ones you just want to line up with the little detail layers that cut. Oh, that would be a good one too, Sandy. Yep, leave a little white on it. That would be good as well. All right, let's grab begonia. And we're going to do that final layer. Okay. Oh, hi, Mindy. Glad you could pop on for a sec. I watched Mindy live the other week. I think she was live maybe yesterday, and I had something come up and couldn't join in. But Mindy does lives too, and she creates really super cute cards. So if you've never checked out Mindy, which I'm sure you have, be sure to check her out. She's fantastic and so funny. Okay. And final little layer here. Thanks, Vicki. I appreciate it. Oh, Mercedes, that sounds fun. Birthday and or you finished your Valentine's and you're moving on to birthday and spring. I have been focusing a lot on birthday cards and upping my stash of birthday cards because I definitely need them. Mindy, we definitely should. But I'm going to say we're on a time crunch now because our goal date of driving away in our U-Haul is March 1st. So we're on borrowed time here, friend. And I think that turned out so cute. I think that will be so pretty on here. And I think that brings in that touch of yellow. But that's so fun. Oh, I just love it. Oh, hi, Cynthia. I'm glad you found me. Replay will be available. Well, it's probably available now, but I mean, I think you can rewind anyway, but it will definitely be available right after I finish today. So, well, if that isn't just the cutest thing, I love this. Okay, got a few minutes left. I need to set aside my mess here and deal with cleaning it later. These I will actually need because I am going to add some middles to those guys. But let's figure out a sentiment. I know I want to use this sentiment set. I may end up just using one of these to work with it. Let's see. We've got this guy here as well. I have this, but I think it's just a little bit too much of the same color. So I think I'm going to focus that on a different card. I know, right, y'all? It is coming up super fast. And like March 1 is a goal. We kind of were Josh and I were discussing the other day, like we kind of need to rip off the Band-Aid and just get there so we can get our home here sold and all of that. So we'll see. Here's hoping we hit that date. We may not, but that's what our hope is. Flutteringly gorgeous. Thank you. Bye, Mindy. Enjoyed. Oh, or kind of. Hope maybe you do enjoy doing your taxes. I don't know. I agree, Sandy. The grip mat was a game changer for stenciling. I love grip mats. Okay. So that guy will kind of pop up off of here. So we have friend, get well, love, for you, and sending. And then here we have kisses, sending you. None of those really work. It's your day to bloom. That would be kind of cute with the word friend. This one would be cute. You make my heart flutter. Could be a little Valentine's Day. Hi, Robin. I was with Pink Fresh. I no longer am. I resigned in December and now am focused on moving to Montana and doing freelance for other companies. Okay. I don't know what sentiment I want to use. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know. Sending a little, oh, nope, I don't have a word that really goes with that. Wishing you a, this would be cute. Wishing you a flutterly fantastic birthday. Let me see if that actually works. Wishing you, I don't know if it will. We're going to find out. We're going to have to put them all together, but I kind of love the flutterly fantastic, even though it's really hard to say. And as I mentioned, I am kind of on a birthday card kick. So I think this might actually be really fun. Sending you a little love is cute too. I like that as well. But in the theme of, you know, trying to grow my birthday stash, let me see. Let me see here. We are going to go a little past the hour mark, but hopefully not too much. But if you have to duck out, I totally get it. Let's see. Bye, Rachel. Have a good, hopefully you have a successful study session. Thanks, Dana. Wishing you a flutterly fantastic birthday. I kind of love it. I think I'm going to stick with it. I'll use some of the other ones on the other card, but I'm going to make this one a little bit easier so that we don't go too much over time. Okay, so I know I'm going to do that. I have, if I can find it, pre-cut a little piece of ivory glitter cardstock to go in the background. I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. Thanks, Kathy. Thank you, Mercedes. All right, you guys are with me on this. Thank you. I'm happy. I think this is really going to be a super adorable birthday card. But I do want to do the you make my heart flutter. I kind of want to turn this into a Valentine's themed card now too. Maybe I'll do that with the other set, the one that's a little bit more die cut based. Okay, give that a little dimension. I'll add the butterfly centers after I finish up the rest of it, because there might be some I don't end up needing to add anything to. Like I feel like this little guy down here is probably going to be mostly covered, so he might not need one. Okay, this is going to need some time to glue on to the ivory glitter cardstock. So let's go ahead and get that, because I probably will need to put a block on it. I feel like liquid glue takes a little bit more time to glue onto glitter cardstock, but I do feel like it, once it dries, it does do a really good job. I'm gonna make sure I'm not pressing too hard. Okay, good. It does do a good job of staying in place and staying secure. So we're gonna just really get it, lots of glue on there. Okay. Oh, that would be cute, Robin. I don't have a wobbler, but that would be cute in the future if I grab some. Okay. Adhere that down. And then the only thing that I actually use these for anymore is paper blocks. So let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna kind of shove that up here. Let's go ahead. I know I'll pop these up with some foam strips. So while that's gluing in place, let's add that. All right. Flutterly fantastic. That is so cute. I can barely say it, but it's so cute. Okay. Final little piece there. All right. Okay. So I do need a card base. And I think I might just go with white. Let's take a peek at that and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's really pretty on the white. Just focus the color right in the middle. Okay. Do you have a big panel here? I think I need, oh no, that's perfect. Okay. So I made these panels the other day. Heather is a genius. And I had all of these random little strips of white, like just standard foam, like white fun foam or whatever. And I was like, I don't have the right size double-sided tape for these. And Heather was like, you can just stick them down to what you have. And, you know, it was one of those like face palm moments. So I was able to create 3 big full panels with just the little scraps of white fun foam I had laying around. And they didn't go to waste. I didn't have to cut any more out. And I love not wasting stuff. So I don't know, Mercedes. They're just kind of that standard white craft foam you can find. I think I got mine at Michael's, but you can buy them on Amazon. I think you can get them at like Walmart. I think you can even get them at Simon Says Stamp. So they're just kind of a general thickness, probably an eighth inch maybe. Okay. So cute. All right, we're gonna have a little butterfly, and let's figure out how the sentiment's going to go. Maybe I need to put the sentiment on first. No, I don't, because it's gonna overlap a little. Wishing you a literally fantastic birthday. Just like that. Oh, that's so cute. All right, we're gonna start with birthday. No, I'm going to just leave it. I was thinking I could put a little center on there and then just put stuff over the top of it, but that seems like it would be kind of wasteful. Okay. All right. Just going to eyeball this. Yes, sheets from leftovers. Okay. I'm sorry if I kind of bump my hair or anything in here. I just want to make sure I'm getting this all right here. That guy I can probably just kind of tuck in as needed. So let's get the sentiment all in place. All right. Well, that's cute. And then maybe that can kind of hang out over top. Feels like it's taking up a lot of room, doesn't it? Maybe I should have. It's okay if it rips it up a little bit. There we go. Kind of tuck a little bit of it under. That's better. Put some glue on it. I'll add a little bit of foam tape underneath those wings to make sure they stay up. Okay, now finally, let's add just some centers to our butterflies. I'm not completely sure what I want to do in terms of jewels, so I am probably going to leave it open, or I'm gonna end on the butterfly centers, and I'll figure out jewels afterwards, and you guys can see those with the final photos and the other cards as well. Okay, that on there. One more. I kind of didn't put glue on their little antennas so I can give those a little bit of dimension. But I think all in all, that turned out super cute. Wishing you a flutterly fantastic birthday. Super fun. All right, friends, I will add some jewels to this a little bit later. I'll finish up my other cards, and hopefully in the next day or so, I'll get them photographed and you can see what I do with this other fun panel that we created today. But I am about 10 minutes over, so I am going to let you go, but I'll flip around to me first and say bye. So I'm so thankful that you guys joined me today. I appreciate it. Floofing antennas. Yep, absolutely. Louise, gotta do all of the floofing. And Sandy is the queen of a vellum circle to highlight things. That would have worked as well. Thanks, Heather. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me a little bit today. A couple things. I totally didn't think to link it in my video description, but I will. There is a $20 gift certificate to the Waffle Flower online store available or up for grabs on my Instagram post from yesterday. So head over, if you do Instagram, head over to Leah Lawson Creates. I'll add a link after this is over and you should be able to find it. It is that card I showed you with the crocus stuff. Of course, now in my mess of creating, I can't find it. Anyway, it's the card I showed you at the beginning of my live with the crocus that I used featuring the crocus flutter products. So if you find that, it's actually the most recent post right now on my feed. There is a $20 Waffle Flower gift certificate giveaway attached to that post. So check that out if you want to enter for your chance to win that. I believe I pick and post the winner tomorrow, so it's a quick giveaway. I have linked the butterfly blossom release from Waffle Flower in my video description and the Postage Collage collection. I will go ahead and make a more exact link list of products here in a little bit and add that in as well. So, if you want all of the ink colors and all of that, that will all be included as well. So, I think that's mostly everything that I have for you guys. Now, one final thing. I do still have some D-stash boxes available. if you're interested, just send me an email. I do have my email listed in the video description. It's just leah@leahlawsoncreates.com. They are 175. Everyone that has received one has, oh, not everyone, but everyone that has emailed me back after receiving theirs has just sung the praises of all of the stuff included in the boxes. I would say on a very low ball, I can't think of a better word for it, a very low ball value is $450 just in um, one brand. So, and then I added things from other um, companies in there as well. So, if you're interested in D-Stash Box, just let me know by emailing me. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm hoping to be live next week as well. And I think Heather and I are also hoping to be live together at some point. Don't quote me on that. We haven't ironed out all of the details and dates and times yet, and if it will work, but just keep a lookout on our social media feeds, whether you follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I also send out emails. So if you are not an email subscriber, feel free to do that. There is a link. There should be a link in my video description, but you can also just do it over on my website. I think I've gone over everything. I'm going to let you go and stop taking up more of your time today. But I'm so glad that you guys joined me to create this fun butterfly themed card and to be part of my very first time doing this fun postage collage trend. It was really super fun and I love how it turned out. All right, friends, have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a good weekend and hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye.